As the Supreme Court gets ready to overhaul the colonial era Section 377 of the Indian Penal Code, dating as far back as 1861, almost as old as the first Indian War of Independence in 1857, the truth is that same-sex love or sexual relations between men and between women are as old as the Ramayanas, the Mahabharata, the Vedas. The truth is that until the East India Company, followed by Queen Victoria's British Raj, introduced the Christian concept of sin, conjugal love, and the straight and narrow, men and women across the ages, belonging to all kinds of religions, believed in a much more elastic sense of love and lust. The Krittivas Ramayana describes two widows of King Dilipa living together in extreme love, or sampriti. In this epic, the sage named his son Bhagirath because he was born of two vulvas. The most popular stories on the interplay of love, sex and gender revolve around the Hindu god Vishnu, who thought nothing of incarnating himself as Mohini when he or she wanted to trick the demons. Every child has grown up with the story in the Mahabharata of the good king Drupada, who raises his daughter Shikhandini as a man and even marries her off to a woman. But when the wife protests on her wedding night, a yaksha helps Shikhandini to develop male genitals and perform his husbandly duties. In the Valmiki Ramayana, Hanuman's journey to Lanka is marked by comments of Rakshas women kissing women who have been kissed and embraced by Ravan. The Kama Sutra even has a description of men attracted to other men. They have a third nature, it says. Local traditions also acknowledge same-sex love. In Gujarat, for example, the Bahucharaji, or the patron goddess of the Hijra community, is actually a princess who once castrated her husband because he preferred going to the forest and behaving as a woman. With the introduction of Islam in India, some things change, but several remain the same. Mahmud of Ghazni openly lived with a favorite boy. The Sultanate ruler, Alauddin Khilji, loved Malik Kafur so much that he even made him his deputy. While Babur, the first Mughal emperor to rule Hindustan, was famously maddened and afflicted by a boy in the bazaars of Samarkand called Baburi. As Hindus and Muslims mingled with each other over the centuries, same-sex love was an integral part of the mix. But despite 70 years of independence, the Indian sense of morality has remained faithful to the colonials. Both right and left parties, the BJP and the Communists, have publicly stated that same-sex love is an import of foreigners and will destroy Indian values. The Supreme Court is preparing to throw out the 1861 era Section 377 because it is clear that India's sexual mores are changing once again. What is significant is that this acknowledgement of same-sex love today is really as old as the centuries. For Indian men and women to experience desire and love for other men and women has mostly been the norm. It is the homophobia of the British colonial period that was the exception.